Mahito likes Perry the platypus from the animated series Phineas and Ferb.
What?
That's why he made Junpei like that.
Oh my God, that's crazy. 38 small details you missed in JJK. Let's see if we can learn anything. I'm gonna tell you if I knew it or not.
Yuta is the original protagonist of Jujutsu Kaisen, or that
I didn't know
Nanami was
that.
supposed to be a villain. Here are 38 small details
I
you
did
missed
not
in
know that.
Jujutsu Kaisen without any manga spoilers. The
Bet.
author of Jujutsu Kaisen goes by the name Gege Akutami, but this is just a pen name, as their real name and gender are still unknown to this
I knew that, and this is his little, or their little caricature, right?
day. Did you know that the entire Jujutsu Kaisen series was only a 4-chapter one-shot at first? You heard that right, and it was called Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School. Akutami never...
That's the worst damn name?
You heard that right, and it was called Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School.
Huh?
Akutami never had any intention of turning this one-shot into a series, but it became so popular that made him change his mind. The Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School one-shot would then become Jujutsu Kaisen 0, serving as a prequel to the story. That's why Yuta was originally supposed to be the protagonist of the series, but then it was changed to Yuji. One of the more viscerally unsettling elements of Jujutsu Kaisen is the fact that Yuji swallows Sukuna's fingers. While he makes it pretty clear that he finds the fingers disgusting, he doesn't describe what they taste like. But in a fanbook question and answer, Akutami said that they tasted like soap. So gross, but not quite what we were expecting.
I was expecting like a rank, like trashy smelling, like decomposing odor.
Among anime fans that if you want to spot the main character in a crowded scene, all one has to do is to look for the one with the most colorful hair. However, Nobara's orange hair is dyed, and her natural hair color is dark brown. This could be a reference to her distaste for the conservative and isolated countryside village she grew up in. Todo might not seem like the type of guy who keeps on top of his personal hygiene, but he makes sure to shower, use deodorant, and otherwise keep his grooming on point. His female classmates apparently find the fact that he smells good to be offensive and irritating. We're not sure why this is. Does he shove his deodorized pits in their faces or something?
I think it's because they're preying on his downfall and they want at least something to take away from him. He's tall, he's jacked, he's hot, and he smells good, and he's smart, and he has curse energy. Like, bro, you can't have it all. And he's got a good ass hairline and hair, man.
Digimon.
Like, damn.
He still seems to be into it now, since he references it casually in the manga.
Great.
Incidentally, both Gojo's sub and dub voice actors, Yuichi Nakamura and Kaiji Tang, have played Digimon characters. Tang also confirmed Gojo's love for Digimon on his Twitter. Due to its ridiculous amount of cursed energy consumption, most Jujutsu sorcerers can only activate their domain expansion once or twice a day at most. There's only a handful of people who
I did not know that.
Expansion multiple times a day, such as Satoru Gojo and Ryomen Sukuna. You probably noticed that Hanami's voice doesn't exactly sound normal. This effect was
I did know that it takes a lot, right? But I didn't know you could use it one time a day.
Atsuko probably noticed that Hanami's voice doesn't exactly sound normal. This effect was achieved by having Atsuko Tanaka, Hanami's voice actress, speak the lines in Japanese, and the lines were then played in reverse. Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't spend a lot of time.
The subtitles are literally in reverse.
Megumi's relationship with his Shikigami, but it turns out that he does care about them a great deal. Whenever they're destroyed, he grieves and gets super depressed about it. In fact, losing his Shikigami impacts him more deeply than losing a person would. While we can't relate to Suguru Geto on a lot of stuff, there is one fact about him that a lot of people could resonate with. He seems to love food. In fact, he can't choose a specific as his least favorite. As for his favorite dish, however, it's hyper-specific. Zaru soba served on a woven bamboo tray. Before Mahito used his cursed technique to fix his body, Kokichi Muta's heavenly restriction kept him from going outside, so he used Mekamaru as a proxy. While the name Mekamaru seems like a fairly straightforward choice, it has a specific origin. It's the name of a robot character in an anime that Kokichi enjoys. It's nice to know that he was able to stay entertained despite having to stay isolated. Yuta Okatsu had been bound to the cursed spirit of his deceased childhood friend Rika for quite some time, and losing that strange yet deep bond when Rika's curse was finally dispelled was sure to change some things in Yuta's life. Notably, Yuta's character design was edited with a change in his hair. When asked if this was to indicate an emotional or mental shift for Yuta, Akutami clarified it was just because Yuta looked too similar to Megumi. He also changed Inumaki's hairstyle so he doesn't look like Yuji. There's no doubt that Toji Fushiguro is one of the strongest characters in the Jujutsu Kaisen universe, and one might wonder what grade a powerful individual like him would be granted. As it turns out, Toji doesn't and will never have an official grade in the Jujutsu world. This is because Toji is a user of heavenly restriction, and the Jujutsu world doesn't have any interest in grading those who gained their strength this way, but I know you have, so let us know in the comments what grade would you grant Toji. Akutami
Toji
wishes
was
they could have done more with
nuts.
Junpei. Junpei's story was
Like,
one of the saddest
Toji
things
was
that happened
actually crazy. He's higher than his special
in
grade.
the first season, especially in the anime, which included a few original scenes that helped round out his character. These may have been included because Akutami felt they didn't spend quite enough time on him. A lot of people
First grade? Y'all are saying Toji would be first grade, but wasn't he, like, stronger? Didn't he absolutely wipe the fucking floor with that fish octopus? When, like, everybody else couldn't? He got clapped by Gojo that just learned his technique. But do you know what technique Gojo just learned? The absolute pinnacle of his 6 size and limitless technique. That's what it took to take out Toji. It took Gojo. I think that says more about Toji than anything else. He was stronger than Geto, who was special grade. But wasn't Geto like a teenager in high school?
These may have been included because Akutami felt they didn't spend quite enough time on him.
And
a lot of people
Toji did kill Gojo.
Compare Gojo to Kakashi from Naruto, but there's one area in which they're complete opposites. While Kakashi dislikes sweet food, Gojo has a major sweet tooth. At first, he started consuming more sugar to boost his brain power, but he ended up getting obsessed with all things sweet. Gakuganji shocked everyone by whipping out a guitar and not just rocking out, but also using it to perform powerful
That surprised the
techniques.
shit out of me.
But he might be putting together something that goes beyond a solo act. He is looking for a drummer. Could this mean that he is putting together a band?
Oh my
Megumi
god.
is a total skeptic. He keeps track of local news, but he rarely, if ever, believes what it says. This is probably because he experiences so many things as a Jujutsu sorcerer that the news can't possibly report on accurately. My Hero Academia's author, Kohei Horikoshi, is a known fan of Jujutsu Kaisen and a personal friend of Akutami. The two creators have done a lot together, from helping each other get through watching Evangelion to creating crossover art. Creators have done a lot together, from helping each other get through watching.
I overheard something about Eva I didn't know, so I tried to join in, but it was about Super Robot Wars. I finished Eva with Akutami-san. I couldn't have done it alone.
Evangelion to creating crossover art. Apparently, Horikoshi's favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character is Mahito. Speaking of the devil, Mahito likes Perry the platypus from the animated series Phineas and Ferb.
What?
That's why he made Junpei like that.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Turn his ass into Perry.
Her spirit form wasn't creepy enough. There's some speculation that Rika Orimoto did some sinister things during her short life. When Rika was 5, her mother suddenly passed away due to unknown causes. Later in her life, she went mountain climbing with her father, and the two of them got lost. Rika was eventually rescued alone, but her father was never to be seen again.
They're saying 5-year-old Rika killed them?
Her caretaker afterwards, and has said that she strongly believes Rika is responsible for both her parents' deaths.
I did not know that. What the fuck? She killed both her parents at 5 years old. Aware of how her appearance is perceived, Rika sometimes manipulates adults. What? When she was a human, Rika was very friendly with Yuta's younger sister. However, after becoming a vengeful cursed spirit, she became aggressive, which is why Yuta distanced himself from his family. The thing she dislikes the most in the world is her grandmother's stewed eggplant.
Deaths. Although her skills can't be denied, Shoko Yeri cheated to get where she is today as Tokyo Jujutsu High's primary doctor. Just 2 years after graduating, Shoko was able to obtain her doctor's license. While she didn't cheat on the national exam itself, she lied about her eligibility so she could take the exam and become a doctor. Among the Jujutsu sorcerers, the special grade sorcerers are the elite few who possess immense power and skill that allows them to stand at the peak of all beings. The special grade Jujutsu sorcerers are even stronger than the special grade cursed spirits, since the ratings for the sorcerers are higher than that of cursed spirits.
Why did he do that? Why not just make it 1-to-1, bruh?
So far, there are only 4 Jujutsu users who are on a special level. That is Satoru Gojo, Suguru Geto, only 4 Jujutsu users who are on a special level. That is Satoru Gojo, Suguru Geto, Yuta Okatsu, and Yuki Tsukumo.
I think Toji belongs up there, bruh.
Akutami was asked about how much Sukuna was feared back in the olden days. He clarified that Sukuna wasn't feared like Gojo is now. While his answer might surprise you, he explained that that's not to say Sukuna wasn't feared, but in the olden days, cursed users and cursed spirits were more vicious than they are today. As for how Sukuna was treated by those around him when he was a human, Akutami explained that people were extremely scared of him, and that he was always known as the King of Curses, even before and after becoming a cursed object himself.
God, he was
also
a dog,
said that Sukuna
bro.
never had a wife or children back when he was a human.
I want to see some more of him.
Wondered what would happen if Yuji ate a death painting? The official fan book has the answer. If he ate one instead of eating Sukuna's finger, Yuji would be able to override the consciousness of the cursed womb, and he would be able to use its cursed energy. But if he ate one after merging with Sukuna, the death painting would simply disappear. Like in most anime, the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen are primarily Japanese. However, there are a few characters who are both Japanese and something else. Nanami's grandfather is Danish, making him 1/4 Danish and 3/4 Japanese.
So where gets the blonde hair from?
His mother is Japanese, while her father is American, making her half Japanese and half American. Akutami once tried drawing Noritoshi to look like Japanese comedian.
Do you find these things from the data books, I guess?
Gorgeous. But most people who saw the drawing thought that he looked like a member of Kiss instead, like Japanese comedian Gorgeous. But most people who saw the drawing thought that he looked like a member of Kiss instead.
I did not even think about that.
Noritoshi's profile in volume 5 of the manga. Unfortunately, the drawing itself was not included. Yuji Itadori's name comes from two interesting sources. His given name, Yuji, comes from one of Akutami's former classmates. As for his surname, Itadori, it is the name of a medicinal plant that's also known as Japanese knotweed. Toji Fushiguro has only appeared for 3 episodes of Season 2, but I think we all noticed he has a scar on his face. The reason for this is not explained in the manga. However, according to the official fanbook, the Zenin family exposed Toji to a lot of abuse as a child. One time when he was young, the Zenin clan threw him into the disciplinary pit of cursed spirits. This is where Toji got the scar on his face. In order to avoid unwanted effects from cursed speech, Toge Inumaki has to speak in rice ball toppings instead of actual words. But he's not just speaking randomly, his words have meaning. For example, he uses okaka as a negation, which translates to fish flakes, and konbu is a greeting, which translates to kelp. Kento Nanami is one of the most responsible and kind-hearted characters.
I never understood that though, because like, so he can't say hello. But what happens if he says hello with his cursed spirit? What is it, or with his mouth? What does it even do to you? Hello, how are you? Boom. They just like what? Die?
Akutami had stuck to their original idea. Nanami was originally planned to be a villain. What his role would have been is not clear, but he certainly would have been different from the Nanami we know today.
Hello sends you to hell!
6 Eyes, also known as Rikugan, reduces Gojo's cursed energy consumption, allowing him to never run out of cursed energy. That's why he doesn't look tired even after using a lot of cursed energy. Akutami has revealed that Yuji's character is basically based on his older brother, who is quite the opposite in traits from him. Akutami's brother was almost great at everything ranging from studies and sports, and these similar traits are seen in the character of Yuji. You don't need Todo's IQ level to know that Mei loves money, and she is very open about being greedy. The official fanbook explains that her major source of stress is taxes. I think we all agree she's the most relatable anime character ever. The ending for a good story needs a lot of planning and thinking, especially for the fact that it should be satisfying for the story itself as well as the audience. Certain times decisions are changed, effectively, leaving the story aloof, but this is not the case for Jujutsu Kaisen. According to Akutami, the plan on how to end Jujutsu Kaisen is clear, and he is just building up puzzles to fit it into a good story.
I was reading chat for that last part. I cannot even lie. I learned a lot. I learned a lot more than I thought I would. It's very interesting. Calling Mei relatable is crazy. Relatable to who? P. Diddy?